guys, here we go. This is day one of the comparison and field test video. And what I've got is I have the X4 over here, and I have the new MAX2 right here. Now, you may be asking, well, why aren't you comparing this against the X5, Dale? Well, the reason I bought the MAX2 is because I was torn between the MAX2 and the X5. I don't own the X5, I own the X4. So it kind of makes sense, don't you think, that I would do a comparison against the X4 because that's what I have. And if I see a great difference with the MAX2, then I made the right decision. So anyway, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back a little bit later. We out. All right, guys, we got to do this again. I made a really big error. I forgot to hit the record button on the X4. So now they're both recording, and so we can get started here. Sorry about that. So now I'll have to re-narrate that whole thing. Ooh, it's choppy on the lake. That's what I thought it was going to be. I got to wait for this thing to flatten out before I can come out and do the test on the kayak with the MAX2. But this is cool. Got a lot of chop out here this morning though. So that wouldn't be a fun kayak morning. Plus it's still pretty hot here in Florida. Your turn. So anyway, as I was talking before, the one thing that I do not care for about the MAX2, and it's not the camera, it's the Quick app. The Quick app is horrible. I mean, absolutely horrible. You can't do a lot of the things you can do on the Insta360 Studio, and they have the desktop app, and then they have the iPhone iPad app. Now that iPhone iPad app is actually easier to use, and the desktop app is an absolute disaster to use. And the one thing, you can't queue them. You can't put them in a queue. The only thing you can do is upload it or export it once you're done with your edit, and it's exported one file at a time. That's horrible. Whereas in the Insta360 Studio, you can get all your editing done, get everything done, and then put everything in a queue. Now, another thing I found out has nothing to do with the MAX2, but it has to do with the GoPro 13. I ran the GoPro 13 footage from yesterday through the Quick app, and for 3 files, the export time was ridiculous, and the files weren't long. We're talking 2 to 3 minutes each. And the export time, I mean, I was watching an hour's movie, and that was strictly, they weren't GoPro files, they were just regular, I think it's MP4s or something like that. And so I learned, if I'm using the 13, I upload the files direct and not go through the Quick app. Doesn't make any sense. Another thing too, the other old It's not quick. It's GoPro, what the heck is it? It's a GoPro viewer? Yeah. And that's the one I used to use to do all the uploads with. And it'll only upload one file and not do all the rest of them. Another strange thing. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is GoPro has got to make some serious changes in their application to compete with the Insta360 company. Without question, that's their Achilles heel. I didn't overheat yesterday, but again, I don't do long clips, so I don't worry about overheating and stuff like that. But their post-production application is horrible. And that's probably why I got rid of their Fusion, because I couldn't get that thing to work either. That was a long time ago. And that's when I switched to Insta360 X series, and I've owned the 1, 2, 3, and now the 4. All right, let's get you up. Leaving Dutch Brothers. Good morning, guys. Hey, I have been testing out the GoPro MAX2 for the last few days now, and I'm talking on my cell phone right now. But what I have found out, I mean, the image quality on the MAX2 is phenomenal. There's no question about it, but post-production is horrible. Now, let me tell you what I was trying to do, and I still haven't been able to pull it off. I had the X4, and then I had the MAX2 and doing side-by-side comparison. Typical stuff, right? But I had to keep them in standard 360 format. And the reason is because I couldn't pre-edit them because I didn't know where I was going to be. I wanted to sync them so they look right. And so anyway, I uploaded them, and it ended up, because of 8K on the MAX2, it ended up that file folder with just the comparison video, which is part 2 of the YouTube video, is 483 gigs. So I'm tossing in my head, what the heck am I going to do now? I could try to do a pure edit at center and where it's on me the whole time, but that's boring. I want to be able to switch them and move them around, but I can't because you have to pre-edit it where you want it, and then trying to match the other footage to do the same thing, it's almost improbable. So anyway, I did find out that the editing on your phone or iPad app is way better than the quick app on the desktop. Now, unfortunately, GoPro no longer supports iOS or Macintosh application of quick, which is kind of a bummer. If they're coming out with a brand new camera, why would you stop it? Now, they stopped it in 24. And the problem is I don't have all those extra editing goodies that I have on the quick app on the phone or the iPad. So I have to do my editing there. And then I've learned that if you're going to use this app and for post-production, man, keep your clips short. Even if you got to go click, record, blah, 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 do whatever you're doing, and then click about a minute. That's it. Boom. Shut it off and then start recording again if you want to continue that one on. Because otherwise, it takes for frickin' ever to get those files uploaded, edited, and then uploaded into Final Cut. Now, if they're exported as a final, and it's not a 360 video, and it's already an edited video, it's not as long. But if you're trying to tie two types of 360s together, man, that's horrible. It's a nightmare. So anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you on that.